Hi there and welcome to this short video on how to quick start your giving lottery. My name's Nicola and I'm a member of the senior leadership team here at the Giving Machine. By way of an introduction, let's just remind ourselves what the Giving Lottery is. It's a simple to use lottery platform that's free for any good cause to join. You good causes promote the lottery to your supporters, and for every £1 ticket your supporters buy, 40 pence comes straight into you through our monthly payment run. Your supporters have a chance to win up to £25,000, and in addition to the weekly draws there are extra monthly prizes that are usually worth about £1,000, and your supporters can buy extra tickets for those additional prizes. Supporters can pay for their tickets either by direct debit or debit card, and can either set up a recurring payment or a block of 1, 3, 6 or 12 months of weekly tickets on a non-recurring basis. The minimum amount of time a player can play for is 1 month. If one of your players wins, they receive an email informing them of their win, and once they claim their prize, their winnings will be paid directly into their nominated bank account. So what are we going to cover today? Well, we'll start with an overview of how much income you can generate from your giving lottery, and we'll provide you with some case studies of other causes on the platform who are earning well through the lottery. Then we'll follow this up with a simple tour of your account and walk you through the features available to you here and how to access some great marketing materials. Finally, we'll walk you through how to create and implement a simple plan to grow your lottery. Let's get going, shall we? So, how much can you really generate through your giving lottery? Well, across all our causes on the lottery platform, the average number of tickets a player purchases is 1.8 tickets a week. So with just 7 players, you'll already be generating £262 per year in income. Let's have a look at the maths behind that. So 7 players buying 1.8 tickets equals 12.6 tickets a week. Those 12.6 tickets over 52 weeks a year equals £655.20. And you receive 40% of those ticket sales. So 40% of £655.20 equals £262.08. We honestly believe that most of you can go way beyond 7 players though. So 14 players will generate you £524 a year. 27 players would generate you over £1,000 a year. We think that's a pretty realistic goal for you, and we know what a difference £1,000 a year can make and how impactful that can be inside of a charity. Let's take a look at a couple of case studies of causes that have managed to achieve this. So, Schnauzerfest is an awesome animal charity providing support to animal rescues to help cover their vets' bills. They currently have 409 tickets in play across 221 players, with a projected annual income of £8,500. This works out to 1.85 tickets per player for them. So you can see also that they're pretty confident they can continue to improve this, and that they can get to 700 tickets a week, which would equate to around 378 players. Assuming they kept doing such a brilliant job, that would yield them an income of £14,500 a year. Schnauzerfest told us that 20% of their fundraising money comes from the giving lottery, and this money allows them to plan. They find the giving lottery easy to use and to promote, and it's low admin for them, which is great because, like many other causes on our giving lottery, they're 100% volunteer based. Each week they post on their social media platforms in the run up to the draw, asking their supporters if they've purchased their tickets yet. And then every Sunday they check to see if they've had any winners, and if so, they send them a personal email to congratulate them and say thank you for their support. They often find if it's a small win, such as £25, the supporter often donates that money back to them. One Kind is another great animal charity campaigning to end cruelty to animals in Scotland. They currently have 181 tickets in play across 113 players, with a projected annual income of £3,764. That works out at 1.6 tickets per player for them, and again you can see they're pretty confident that they can continue to improve that, and that they can get to 600 tickets a week, which would equate to about 375 players. Assuming they keep doing this, then this would yield them £12,480 a year. Lauren Buchanan is One Kind's fundraising and communications officer, and she told us that they found the Giving Lottery to be a fantastic new way for them to raise funds. It'd been on their list for a long time, but given they'd had such little time and resources to run their own in-house charity lottery, joining the Giving Lottery took a huge weight off their shoulders because they were set up so quickly. She added that One Kind struggled during lockdown being able to attend festivals and face-to-face events, so they'd had to find other ways to fundraise, which is where the Giving Machines come in. And it's helped them raise their income and given their supporters a great new journey. And then finally, Earlham Primary School are raising funds to help children thrive at school, just like the thousands of other schools are around the country. They currently have 53 tickets in play across 31 players, with a projected annual income of £1,102. For them, this works out at 1.7 tickets per player. You can see again, they're looking to improve that, and they're hoping to get to 500 tickets a week, which would equate to around 294 players. And if they were to achieve that, then this would yield them an income of £10,400. So hopefully, with those limited examples, you can see what can be achieved and how £1,000 a year is pretty attainable, even if you're a smaller cause and entirely run by volunteers. Let's just remind ourselves of the basics. Matching all 6 numbers wins the player a £25,000 prize. Matching 5 in a row gets £2,000. 4 in a row at the start or the end of the line is £250. 3 in a row at the start or the end of the line is £25, and 2 in a row at the start or the end of the line is 3 extra tickets. The odds of winning a prize are 1 in 50 for every ticket that's purchased. The draw then takes place each Saturday night at 8 o'clock. And just a few more basics to remember. You'll receive your payments automatically into your account each month. The payments you receive from the Giving Lottery are not donations, so they do not qualify for gift aid. People can donate the smaller cash prizes back to your cause, and we see that pretty regularly across all of our causes on the Giving Lottery. Don't forget to agree and nominate a person to look after your Giving Lottery account. And finally, before you get started promoting, make sure you sign up to play and support your cause as a player yourself. It's always easier to recruit more players when you've already got a couple of people with tickets. Great, so we've covered the earning potential and the basics. Let's move on to a tour of your account. I'm going to hand over to my colleague Louisa, who's going to show you around the platform. Over to you, Louise.
Thank you, Nicola. I'm now going to show you how your dashboard works and where to go to find the information you need to make your lottery successful. So this is our dashboard for the Giving Machines lottery page, and I'm going to use this as an example. If you need to upload your logo or make any changes to your cause description, you can click on the edit page here. Update your details and then you can save those. It's really important that you do include your logo and a brief description of what your cause does. And then if we click on the view page, this will take you to the page that your supporters see when they come to your cause lottery. As you can see, we have our logo here, we have our brief description, and we've also included a video. You can do this too if you wish to. So your supporters can see how much you're playing for at the moment, how many tickets are in play, and they can come and buy their tickets from here. So now I'm going to go back to our dashboard and show you what you have available. So on here, as we scroll down, you'll see the first thing is the super draw. So each month there's a new super draw prize. This month it's an iPhone. So this is an extra prize that players can get, and it does incentivize people to buy an extra ticket. So it's good to promote this to your supporters. And as we go further down, you'll see your statistics. From here you can see how much you've raised so far this year and what you're on track to raise, as well as how many tickets you have in play and if they're up or down from previous weeks. Then as you go further, you'll see the funds you've raised of all time. So it's lovely to see this growing and see how much you've raised. As we go further down, you will see your achievements. So as you can see here, the Given Machine has raised £9,000. We've celebrated our 4th anniversary and we've reached 50 supporters. So this is where all your achievements will be shown, and you can share these with your supporters just by clicking on the share button. Then as we go down, you'll see if you need help, you click on the Let's Go button. As we click on that, it takes us to a frequently asked questions page. Hopefully this will answer all the questions you have, but if it doesn't, if you go to the footer, then you'll see our contact details. So you can call us on this number or you can email us here and we'll be able to help you with any questions you have. Okay, so let's go back to the top and I'll show you where you find your supporter details. We click on the supporters tab and it will tell you all the details of supporters that are signed up to support your cause lottery. It will show their name, their email address, and the date that they joined and how many tickets they have in play. It also lets you know if they have opted in. If they've not opted in, you will not see their email address. But if they are, then you can contact them and you can thank them for supporting your cause, and you can let them know what the funds they are raising are going towards. This is really good to do to help make your supporters feel appreciated. And then we will go into the marketing hub. And this is where you can get your marketing materials, which can be customized for your cause. So I'll show you an example in the Super Draw tab. So here you can do a really quick share. If you click on this share button, you can share a message to your supporters on Facebook, WhatsApp or Twitter. So this will take you seconds. It's a really quick way of getting the message out there. But if you've got more time, then you can download the materials instead and you can post them to social media. You can include them in a newsletter, in an email or on a poster. So you can just download the assets here. As you can see, it's customized with our logo. So that's another reason why it's really important that your cause has their logo added. Then I will go back to the marketing hub. So we have the same for refer a friend. This is good to share with your supporters and ask them to get friends and family signed up to support your cause. We have the lottery launch option here. You click on the Let's Go button, it will take you to assets to launch your lottery. And then we have the generic one. So I'm going to show you this too. This is probably where you'll go for most of your marketing materials. So as you'll see, there is a launched lottery poster in there too. There's generic Play the Giving Lottery. And with this lovely one, which says we have had a £25,000 jackpot winner. And if you do have the winner, you really want to be shouting about it. So you can come here, download this poster and you can share it. As it's customized, you don't need to do anything more. Even if you don't have the jackpot winner, we have promotional materials for other amounts. And it's really good to share these because it's good to let your supporters know that you have players playing to support you and they are winning. So there's different amounts available there or just a generic congratulations one. We also have a QR code. So this is great to use at events or to include on a poster or an email. So you can download this, upload it to what you want or print it out. And it's a great way to get people signed up to play your lottery. And it's really quick to do. It will take them straight to your page. So then I want to show you what we have in the menu. So as you'll see, you can go get to your dashboard from here, which we've already looked at. You have the Getting Started tab. So this shows you step-by-steps of what you need to do to get your lottery started. So you can follow these through and it will help you get successful. Back to the menu. You can see the supporters, which we've already looked at, as well as the marketing hub. You can come here to update your cause details or logo. And then we have the winners tab. I'm going to show you that now. So each week you can come to the winners tab and you can see if you've had any winners in the draw, which was taken place at the weekend. You can see if you have, and if you have, it's really good to contact those supporters and congratulate them on their win, and also to thank them for their continued support. And the last thing I wanted to show you in your menu tab is the payments. If you click on your payment button, it will show you all the payments you've received. So we send monthly payments to all our causes, and they will receive 40p from every ticket that is sold to support them. So even if you are new to the Giving Lottery and only have a few tickets in play, you will start receiving funds from the sale of your very first ticket, and all those payment details will be included in there. They're automated payments, so you don't need to do anything. So that's your dashboard. I hope you found that helpful, and good luck with your fundraising. As I said before, if you do have any questions, either click on that Need Help button or contact us and we'll be able to help you. And I'm going to pass you back over to Nicola, who will give you some more information on how you can market your cause lottery. Thank you.
Thanks for that, Louisa. It's really great for everyone to be able to see the platform in action. So we've covered the basics and we've looked around the account, so what's next? Well, let's look at an approach to growing your players and getting you to that £1,000. So the first thing to say is if you're a professional marketer or fundraiser, then this might feel a little bit like we're telling you things that you already know. You might want to keep watching though and see how we approach this at the Giving Machine, but we're sure you'll have some amazing thoughts and ideas to build on the basics we're providing here. For everybody else who isn't a professional marketer or fundraiser, then keep watching because we'll go through the basics of how to create a plan and move forward. So first up, we want to start by creating a simple marketing strategy. At its core, this means working out who you want to talk to about your lottery, working out how you want to reach them and get the word out, and then working out what to say to them to get them to want to play your lottery. It's worth remembering that how you reach each of those audiences might vary from different types of people. You might use different mechanisms and techniques. Once we have our strategy, we need a simple plan to secure quick growth to £1,000 or 27 players, and then identify how we maintain and uplift those numbers so that the lottery becomes a significant and regular source of unrestricted income. So let's think about the who. We're going to spend a bit of time just thinking about who all of your audience might be, and we'll start with the supporters. So this isn't just the people who might donate to you right now, but these might be people who follow you on socials, or maybe they receive your newsletter, or maybe you've got a membership model, or perhaps you hold events where you attract a lot of different attendees and you network with a lot of people. What about any other major corporates or donors that you have? So really take the time to think about anybody who's currently supporting the work that you do. Beyond your supporters, start to identify who else might be interested in supporting you further by thinking about your trusted network. So do you have a volunteer base that you could reach out to? And then think about your own internal and extended team, so your trustees or any board advisors and any staff that you currently have. The lottery is independently run, so all of your staff and volunteers and board members, they're all eligible to play and they're all eligible to win the prizes. Then start to think a little bit deeper. What about any partners or suppliers? And you can think far and wide with this one. So this can cover anyone from service delivery partners to referral partners, maybe operational suppliers or technical suppliers. Remember that these organisations often then have employees, so they might be able to pass information on to their employees and again make your supporter base even wider. And again, why not ask your team to reach out to their own friends and family and see if they'd like to play the lottery for you. Finally, you might want to consider any beneficiaries or clients you work with. Now, this might not always be appropriate depending on the type of work that you do, but don't forget to consider them before you discount them. So we've got the who. Now, how do we reach them? So this is likely to really vary by audience, so how you communicate with volunteers might be very different to how you communicate with supporters or partners, which is then probably different again to how you communicate with internal teams and trustees. So for each audience, just take a moment to think about what might be the best way to reach them. So often it might be digitally through socials, which are quick and easy and repeatable, or maybe on your website, which can be permanently visible in a menu or a footer, or maybe a prominent call to action, a button on your donation page, or even via your newsletters. So newsletters are great as they often give you a chance to say a little bit more about what the funds will be spent on, but also take time to think about some of the less immediately obvious ways, such as including information in your email signature or displaying a QR code, maybe in the building or at an event. And then finally, don't forget about the non-digital channels as well. So maybe using a notice board or flyers. It's particularly good for schools or community organisations where people are coming in and out of buildings. And then flyers can also be taken to events that you attend to. And then why not add something to your business cards, and don't be afraid to actually call someone too. Like if you're speaking to people regularly and you've got permission to do so, then why not give them a quick call and let them know that you've started this and would they be interested in supporting you. Okay, so we've thought about the who and we've considered the how, but now what? What do we say? This is where your knowledge of your audience plays the most important part. So we can give you some guidance on the core elements you might want to include and what we've seen has worked before, but you'll know best how to tailor that to your tone of voice and communicate in a way that sounds most like you and will land well with your audience. So we suggest you think a little bit about the context before you start. So making a difference and behaving charitably genuinely makes people feel happy. So remember to set the scene and remind people that yes, this is a lottery where they can win, but your cause also benefits from each and every ticket sale. So just being part of the team and playing the game is already making a huge difference to your cause. A good template might look something like this. Remind the reader why what you do matters. Loyal supporters won't mind a reminder, and new supporters will appreciate the context. Then be clear on how the funds from the lottery will help you be more impactful. What practical difference could this income make to your cause? And then finally, tell them what you want them to do and remind them how it might also benefit them. Effectively, by signing up, they might win a significant prize, and even if they don't, they're already making a huge difference to your cause. So as an example, a day centre for the elderly community might say something like this. Example Day Centre provides a place where the elderly community can meet informally and make connections with others in the area. Our members are so grateful for the opportunity to make friends and feel less isolated. Funds raised by ticket sales and our lottery ensure we always have a space, tea, coffee and biscuits available for everyone who needs our support. You can help us by playing our weekly lottery from as little as £1 a week and be in with a chance of winning up to £25,000. Then you'd include the link or a QR code, and then don't forget to sign off with a thank you. So it's really important to not forget about your existing players though. The key to the success of the Giving Lottery is not just about recruiting new players, but it's also about retaining the loyal ones you already have. People appreciate the feedback loops so that they can connect their actions with the impact it actually has to your cause. So be sure to keep in touch with your existing players to thank them. The fact that they're regularly buying a ticket really matters to you, so be sure to tell them how grateful you are. Give them an example of what you've done with their funds. This provides a real tangible benefit to their actions and allows them to realise the difference their involvement makes. Celebrate successes. Tell them about any winners you've had since you last thanked them. People want to see that they've got a real chance of winning, so make sure you feedback on that. Remind them about the bolt-on prizes. If people's tickets are about to run out, or if they really want the prize, this might encourage them to renew or buy extra tickets even. And then finally, ask them to share. If every player could recruit another player, imagine how powerful and impactful that would be. So again, an example for our day centre for the elderly community might say something like this. As you know, Example Day Centre provides a place where the elderly community can meet informally and make connections with others in the area. Thanks to you playing our lottery, our members benefited from a special Easter lunch this month with entertainment from a local choir. Their smiles make us smile, so we really appreciate your role in making this happen. Thank you. This month we've had 3 winners with one person winning £250. And did you know this April you'll be in with a chance to win an iPhone 15 Pro Titanium, the lightest, strongest iPhone ever with the most advanced iPhone camera system yet. Just make sure you have your tickets before Saturday the 27th of April to be in the super draw. Why not share our lottery page and encourage others to support us too? And again, include the link, the QR code, and then thank them. And here's a couple of other top tips when you're thinking about how to communicate and how to market your lottery. So you can buy lottery tickets as gifts, and you can have that ticket support your cause directly. So this might be something you could use as a prize in a competition or a thank you to a volunteer. Equally, you can ask your partners to do this, either for their employees or maybe for their customers. This helps raise awareness of your lottery, and it can then result in the person who received the gift maybe converting and becoming a lottery player themselves. Encourage your supporters to select recurring card payment when they sign up. This avoids them having to remember to keep buying tickets. And then why not get a chart up on the wall to remind you of your target and then update it monthly with how you're progressing. It's always good to see that you're moving in the right direction. And finally, remember, if you tag us in any social posts, we'll be sure to reshare them and help promote your posts. So go ahead and tag us in anything that you're doing for promoting your lottery. So let's sum up a bit of what we've covered today. So number 1, get ready. Do all the prep work you need before you start marketing. So decide on who's going to be the main person looking after your account. Sign up as a player and ask a couple of the board members to sign up too. Get the ball rolling so that when you start to market, people can really see that others are involved. Set yourself your first target. We recommend aiming for 27 players within the first 3 months. Number 2, get set up. Get logged into your account and review the dashboard and marketing materials and make sure you really know your way around. And then remember to reach out if you do get stuck or you need any further information on how to use the dashboard. Number 3, get informed. Creating your marketing plan. So this is all about the who, the how, the what and the when. So work out who you can contact by thinking about all the people you have any communication with. Look at the ways in which you can reach each of the different audiences, remembering how they might be different for different types of people. Decide on what you want to say. Use your knowledge of your audience to inform the best way to communicate your message. And then once you've managed and mapped that out, then create a plan of which audience you will target when. And you can maybe keep that plan alongside your fundraising target that we talked about earlier. Number 4, get going. So this is all about executing the plan. You've done all the hard work really. Now you just need to keep talking to your audiences, check in on the portal and see how many people are joining. By targeting people at different points, then you should be able to see what's working and what's not and what is causing you to get an increase in players when you keep checking back in on your dashboard. And then number 5, get celebrating. This is all about keeping those players engaged and celebrating your successes. So this is the successes of the players and of you as a charity. So what have you been able to do with your first payment, for example? And then don't forget to promote those bolt-on prizes and see if you can encourage existing players to buy an extra ticket or 2 to win the prize. And that's it really. We hope that you found the video useful and that it's inspired you to start recruiting some players for your lottery. If you do have any questions or you'd like to receive a copy of the slide deck, then just email us at support@givinglottery.org.uk. Thanks for watching and good luck.